Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today is going to be a little bit of a different style of video than I've done before. So I'm going to do my very first what I eat in a day. I found that when I'm vlogging, I tend to show what I'm eating in a day anyway. And a lot of the times it's on weekends when I'm having like a treat yourself moment and I'm eating a lot of like not very good for you foods. So I thought it'd be really fun to show you guys like what I tend to eat like through the week, Monday through Friday, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I try to have a very like balanced diet, and recently have tried to just eat a lot more clean, a lot more I don't know, I just like using the word balanced because I feel like it just works best for me. I eat a little bit of everything, but this day in particular is definitely my more like healthy days. You guys know by now that I am not a health goddess whatsoever. I love pancakes, I love cookies, I love pizza, burgers and fries, but I don't eat that all the time, and I think it's important to let yourself indulge, but at the same time try to fill your body with nutritious foods. I don't promote restriction whatsoever. That's just like my main thing. Eat when you're hungry, let yourself enjoy the foods that you love, but at the same time I do want to show a different side to me, which is the side that like tries to eat as healthy as I can. So I love watching these videos because I think it's a really fun way to get inspiration for your meals, because sometimes you can get stuck in a rut and sometimes you need ideas and inspiration, and a lot of these things are very easy to make. I just recently started getting into cooking, but will not be doing anything crazy today. So in the morning I typically like to wake up and make myself a cup of English breakfast tea with some oat milk. I recently started getting into Oatly, which is very different from other types of oat milks. I've now just realized Oatly is so much better. It has such a subtle flavor. There's no weird aftertaste. It doesn't taste like oats. So I've been really liking that lately. In the morning, it really is the thing that gets me out of bed. This morning, I did get back into bed, drank my tea, and worked on some stuff on my computer, and just worked from bed, although I know that's a very controversial way to work. I just actually had a Skype interview for a job that I'm considering, so I'm about to make myself brunch. Since I've been working from home recently, I tend to eat more of a brunch than a breakfast and a lunch because it's easier and it's just all in one, and I tend to eat that like around 11 or 12, and before that I do try to drink a whole thing of water in my giant Starbucks cup. I've seen a lot of people who make these videos that say like, oh, I don't eat breakfast or I don't eat lunch, and they just have like a tiny little like granola bar for lunch, and like that just is so unhealthy to me, and I feel like that's just promoting such toxic habits to young viewers. So I'm not saying that I skip breakfast, because I think that breakfast is very important, and when I'm working I do tend to have breakfast before I leave, but since I've been working from home I combine my breakfast and lunch, so I have the same amount of food just all in one sitting. If you're in school or if you're working, I think it's really important to have breakfast before you go because it really like makes your brain work. So that's my opinion on that, and I'm gonna go make the food now. So sorry for this rambly intro. So before I make my omelet, I'm going to make my smoothie because I'm absolutely starving right now. So this is something I like to do so that I can make my omelet in peace and not be too hungry by the time that's done. I've shown my green smoothie recipe on here so many times. So today I'm going to be doing a different smoothie, which is more of like a treat yourself smoothie, but still has really clean, healthy ingredients. So this smoothie has frozen strawberries, 1 banana, chia seeds, oats, and then you can use whatever milk you like. Today I'm going to be using a coconut almond milk blend. So that is all you need for this smoothie, and it honestly tastes like a strawberry shake. It's so good, and with the oats and the chia seeds, that's going to keep you so full. This definitely is a great snack as well. You can obviously put in as many chia seeds or as few as you want. You can't really taste them, so I tend to add a bunch just because heard through the grapevine that good for you, so you really don't need any specific measurements. These are steel cut oats, which are supposed to be like less processed than quick oats. You obviously can take out any of these ingredients if you are gluten-free or if you don't like any of these specific things, but I think it's really good, and you honestly can't taste anything but strawberry and banana, and it's still divine. I fill it about like halfway with liquid, and then you can always add more later on. So then you have your beautifully pink delicious smoothie. Beautifully pink is kind of a creepy phrase. I apologize for that. That tastes so good. So yeah, now I have this delicious smoothie that I can sip on while making my omelet, because the omelet does take a little bit longer to cook. So what you're gonna need for this specific omelet that I'm about to make: 3 eggs. You can obviously use 2 if you don't want 3, or you can do 4. I don't know how many you like to use, but I use 3. Potatoes, broccoli. I do like to use cauliflower as well, but I don't have any cauliflower right now. Onion and spinach. So the first thing that I do is just chop the potato, the onion, and the broccoli. Then once all the veggies are chopped, I just throw it into the pan with a little drizzle of olive oil and just continue to, is this called sauteing? Or, you know, you could just call it a plain old stirring, with some salt and pepper, which I'm gonna add right now, until they are a lovely, like, crispy, almost like charred type of vibe. And yeah, that's what I'm doing currently. Once the veggies are all nice and toasted up, I then add a little bit of spinach, and we'll mix this in until it's all wilty, and then we can put it aside.
Let him have his experience while you focus on other things, like how interesting the artwork on the walls of the cafe is, or how blessed you are to have lips to drink your coffee with, or how delightfully frappe your frappe is, or how perhaps it's time to start surrounding yourself with people who aren't such drama queens.
So now that I have my veggies to the side, I'm just kind of whisking up my 3 eggs. So look how orange these eggs are. It's amazing. Okay, whisking that up, and then I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. And we're gonna put that in the same pan with some olive oil.
We tend to push harder, overanalyze, and self-critical. Meanwhile, success comes from being in the flow. Take a deep, expansive breath all the way into the very bottom of your stomach. Hold it for 3 seconds and let it out slowly, intentionally, fully.
This is probably totally wrong. I don't know much about actual technicalities behind cooking, but I use this little pan cover over the omelet so that the top gets cooked. I don't have a pan cover for this size pan for some reason, so I'm using this itty bitty one that just happens to fit the circumference of the omelet, but it does the job. And yeah, I just wait for that to be like pretty cooked but still damp, so not too dry, and then I'll add the vegetables. This took me a long time to master. I still don't feel like I'm an expert on omelets by any means. My sister Aline is so much better than me, but this does result in a really good omelet. So yeah, just letting that cook. So this is what the omelet looks like now. It's a little bit runny on the top, but for the most part cooked through. And now I'm going to add in the veggies and spread these around, and then once that's like even, I shall fold the omelet, let it cook for like a little bit more, and then I'm gonna be good to go. As I said, not an omelet expert, not an omelet chef, not a chef at all, so please don't judge my not very good cooking skills, but it tastes good, so that's all I really care about. Yay! Okay, so this is my omelet. It's not the most beautiful omelet in the world, but looks pretty good to me. And of course, I'm going to, I was about to say go in with, and who do I think I am, a beauty guru? I don't understand. I am about to use the Chipotle lime mayo with this guy, and let me tell you, this stuff is amazing. It's Whole30 approved, it's paleo friendly, soy and canola free, cage free eggs, and it's sugar free. It's just the best and made with really good ingredients, and I love it a lot, and it makes this taste so good. So I'm gonna eat this now, and I'm really excited because I'm so hungry. Okay guys, so it's been a little while since I've had lunch now. It's 2:27, so I'm gonna have a little snack. I'm gonna have a Lara bar, so I love these. I love the the coconut chocolate chip, and I love the peanut butter chocolate chip. Those are my favorite Lara bar flavors, so I'm gonna have one of these. These are really good, they taste great, and there's just 5 ingredients in them, which is amazing. So yeah, it just has, so it has dates, semi-sweet chocolate chips, cocoa butter, vanilla, unsweetened coconut, cashews, and almonds. That's all that's in here. So I think it's pretty good. And I have one of these, and then this is my third big cup of water, and this cup is 24 fluid ounces. I want to say I try to have like 5-ish of these a day. So I'm going to start making dinner now, and I'm really excited because I'm going to show you guys how I make my DIY Sweetgreen salad bowl. If you've seen me do this before and are bored, you can skip, but I'm gonna chat with you guys while I do it anyway, so I feel like it'll be fun. So this is a DIY mock harvest bowl. However, I have my own spin on it. So I don't use rice and I don't use chicken. One, because I don't really like rice. I get my harvest bowl at Sweetgreen without rice anyway, because I consume so many carbs in other areas of my life, and I don't really like rice that much, so I always skip it and just ask for extra kale. It's just more of a salad rather than a bowl. But anyways, you can use rice if you want to and if you like rice. So I'm just using kale, and I don't use chicken because the chicken strips that I used to get from Whole Foods are like always sold out, so I just like started just using chickpeas, and I actually really like it. And chicken goes bad pretty quickly unless you freeze it, and like if you freeze it you have to thaw it, and it's just like so much extra work. And also I do consume like more meat than I'd like to, so I've just been making it with just chickpeas because it's a nice way to have like another meatless meal, and you know, I've heard that's good for the environment and such. And so then I use sweet potato ribbons from Trader Joe's. I put these and the chickpeas in the oven with some olive oil, some salt and pepper, and I roast them in there until they're nice and crispy. And then I'm going to be adding some of the Kite Hill ricotta alternative dairy-free like vegan cheese. I'm definitely not vegan. I'm not going vegan anytime soon, but I thought I'd give this a try. I also do use real goat cheese every other time, but today I'm gonna use this because I've been consuming a lot of dairy lately. Aline just visited and we ate a lot of not the most healthy foods. Lots of cookies and lots of pancakes, so I'm kind of just like trying to not detox, but just take care of my body a little extra. And my body doesn't want to like respond well to dairy, but a lot of the time I do just use regular goat cheese too. It's not the end of the world, but I really like this stuff. It doesn't taste like goat cheese at all, but it's a nice creamy consistency, and it was fun to try out, so I'm using this today. So while the chickpeas and sweet potatoes are in the oven, I prep the rest of the toppings. So I actually forgot the most exciting parts of the salad. I don't know how I forgot, because that salad would be so not fun or good without these things. So I add a Honeycrisp apple and some roasted almonds, and I do a handful of those and I chop them in half. And I'm gonna put a whole like half, yeah, this is half-ish, a Honeycrisp apple. And then I use the homemade balsamic from the recipe that I'll link down below. The homemade balsamic is amazing. It's so delicious. It's just vinegar, olive oil, garlic, and what else? I'll link it down below just in case I got that wrong, but it's so good. All right, so I've got my big bowl of kale here, and I've prepped my little toppings. I've got my apple and my almonds. As you can see, I have a ton of apple and almonds because I feel like Sweetgreen never gives me enough. And yeah, I basically just add as much of everything that I want, which is what I love. I did take off these little like stalks of the kale because I don't really like them, and I kind of ripped these into smaller pieces, although this Trader Joe's kale does come like pre-cut and cleaned, which I do love. These guys are looking great. And this is the beautiful salad. I still haven't added the balsamic because it gets significantly less cute once I mix that in there. But look how pretty it is. I'm so excited to eat this. Because I always have a major sweet tooth, I just made myself a little bowl of paleo chocolate pudding with strawberries. And this looks so good. I'm so excited to eat this. This paleo chocolate pudding is like the perfect little treat or dessert that isn't like completely trash for you. The ingredients are really good, it's very simple to make, and it's better than eating like something full of like chemicals and a lot of like processed sugars. Aline made a whole video on how to make this pudding, so I'll link that down below. You should check it out because it's such a good recipe. I always have like at least a few servings of this in my fridge just in case I'm getting a bad sweet tooth, but still want to eat something that's pretty balanced, not that bad for me. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I eat in a day. These are all my staple healthy meals that I make all the time, like usually Monday through Friday. This is what I eat, but it tends to vary. Like sometimes there's an occasional pizza or like a bowl of pasta or like a fun bagel in the mix. You guys know that I'm definitely not a like queen of health, but I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to eat pretty balanced. And I mainly wanted to make this video to give you ideas for like healthy meals you could add to your repertoire, because I know I'm always looking for inspiration on what to cook next. This is definitely not a like how to lose weight or how to eat at all, because I feel like everyone has a different way of eating and health is so personal, and what feels good in your body might not feel good in mine and vice versa. So just wanted to stress that this is more of like a fun, healthy food ideas video and like what I've been liking to make lately. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and a comment if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.